number 689, which is the only difference between online and offline is the spelling. Now, obviously, there are more differences, but the whole point about this podcast is that even though we are having online meetings, that doesn't mean that our strategy, our plans, our goals related to our business and related to our BNI should change much. Though achieving them might change, but that doesn't have to limit our goals. So it's all about mindset, attitude, and learning to adapt. So this podcast is between Phil Berg, who's the Assistant National Director for BNI UK and Ireland, and along with him is Dr. Meisner. So in this turmoil surrounding the coronavirus pandemic, I mean, it's easy to forget that everyone had difficult things to deal with before and will have difficult things to deal with even after. So it's all about how we face these challenges that we all are facing because of the coronavirus pandemic. Now, he gives one great example of how people have pivoted their business to adapt to the situation. This is an example of one of the travel agents. So, uh, the travel agent, obviously, we all know that tourism industry has been hit the most. But this travel agent, what he did, he's a BNI member, and what he did was he started to provide free virtual city tours of all the cities where they provide tours, which could be in any other country as well. Now, the tours were free, they were virtual tours, but at the end of the presentation or at the end of the virtual tour, they would give an option to the people who are watching the tour to book a holiday or a travel package at the end with a special discount. So many people started to book their travel packages, which would then open up after all the restrictions of travel would ease. So that is a great example of how we can think beyond the situation and face the challenges and overcome them. And Dr. Phil, sorry, not Dr. Phil. Phil has an acronym that he uses for himself, and he suggests that we can keep that in mind. It's the word rapper with a double P, like the music rappers, which is the first is R, which is review. Review your situation. Next is A, adapt to the current situation that you are in. Next is P. P is the plan. So based on what you should, what your situation is, you need to adapt. Next, P is perfect. So with trial and error, you need to make sure that you reach a point in your plan that you become perfect at it. And then you evaluate it. And then the last one is results. So once again, the difference between online and offline meetings is just the spelling. So please, let's make sure that we utilize these online meetings as well as we would do with offline meetings for our networking and for growing our businesses. Thank you.
Thanks, Darshan.